Malaysia aims to be carbon dioxide free by 2050. Good evening, I'm Jessica Lee. Welcome to News on 2. Malaysia targets to be free of carbon dioxide by the year 2050 for the benefit of future generations. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak said in order for this to happen, the government is currently working towards reducing the carbon emissions by 45% by the year 2030 as proof of the government's commitment in the matter. To date, Malaysia produces 0.6% of the total carbon dioxide emission intensity compared to 18% in the United States of America and 20% in China.
Ladies and gentlemen, our real commitment, they're not cheap promises like you will hear from some politicians who are promising less tolls and subsidized oil. Quite apart from the fact that they don't know how they would pay for these policies, they would also promote more cars on the road, thereby putting more CO2 in the air and contributing to a carbon footprint that we must reduce, not increase, if our world is to be a safe environment for humanity.
Malaysia, together with 200 other international nations, have earlier pledged to reduce emissions of greenhouse gases under the Kyoto Protocol and the Paris Treaty. Datuk Seri Najib said this in a keynote address at the Kuala Lumpur International Youth Discourse KLIYD 2017 at the Putra World Trade Center in Kuala Lumpur. Now, at another event, Datuk Seri Najib has reminded the Indian community in the country to continue to have faith in his leadership and the Barisan Nasional to build a better future for them. Now, speaking during the opening of Malaysia's Makal Sakti Party's 9th annual general meeting today, the Premier said various efforts had been taken for the betterment of the community. Among them, the Malaysian-Indian blueprint that was launched early this year to improve their socio-economic standing.
Bantuan-bantuan tertentu supaya the transition from basically an estate community to a modern and progressive community dapat menjadi kenyataan.
Apart from the Malaysian-Indian blueprint, the government had also provided the highest allocation ever, almost 1 billion ringgit for the development of Tamil primary schools. The Prime Minister was confident that a bigger mandate in the next elections will contribute to political stability in the country and at the same time reduce the risk of geopolitics. He stressed that the BN government will continue to deliver what they promised to the people, unlike the opposition. Pahang, that was hit by floods yesterday, saw a reduction in the number of affected residents to 38 people from 10 families this evening, compared to 68 from 19 households as at 11 a.m. State Civil Defence Force Director Zainal Yusof said all victims are still placed at 3 relief centres, namely at Surau RRM Cerotiga, Kampung Ulu Sungai Town Hall and Kuala Semantan Town Hall. He noted that 10 victims were moved to Surau RRM Cerotiga, 2 were moved to Kampung Ulu Sungai Town Hall, while 26 people from 7 households were at Kuala Semantan Town Hall. The fair weather since morning had led to water levels at affected areas to improve. The water level in Sungai Lipis today was at 114.88 metres. Yesterday it was recorded at 115.68 metres, which was considered a dangerous level. Meanwhile, in Kelantan, all evacuees are still placed at 35 relief centres in 4 districts: Pasir Mas, Tumpat, Pasir Puteh and Kota Baru. According to the Social Welfare Department's Info Banjir app, Pasir Mas still recorded the highest number of evacuees at 6,563 from 2,908 families who were now at 22 relief centres. Tumpat saw 3,717 victims from 1,314 families placed at 8 centres. In Pasir Puteh, 121 people from 30 families were staying at 3 relief centres, while in Kota Baru, 99 people from 23 homes have been moved to 2 centres. The portal ebanjir.kelantan.gov.my stated that there had been no closure of main roads as at 1 p.m. today. Over in Terengganu, the total number of residents affected by the floods had decreased slightly today, with 1,040 people still at relief centres in Kuala Nerus, Marang, Dungun and Setiu. As at 4 p.m. today, 818 people were still at 4 relief centres around Kuala Nerus. Sekolah Kebangsaan Complex Gong Badak in Kuala Nerus recorded the highest number of evacuees at 618, of which most of them were from households in Taman Desa Tanjung Damai. The Defence Ministry is ready to increase its members to be deployed for flood relief assistance missions, especially in Kelantan and Terengganu, should the situation worsen. Its Deputy Minister, Datuk Seri Muhammad Johari Bahrum, said trained teams, including a team from the Medical Corps of the Armed Forces ATM, are ready to carry out operations in accordance with the existing standard operating procedures or SOPs. Currently, there are around 2,500 members from 8 brigades at both states. Datuk Seri Muhammad Johari also reminded members of the public to cooperate with the authorities, especially when warning alerts are given to evacuate the area.
Kadang-kadang arus terlalu laju. Kadang-kadang bot-bot yang kita guna dalam 60 horsepower saja kita punya bot. Memang tak terlawan dengan arus yang kuat. Jadi kita tak nak bahayakan anggota kita. So sebab tu arahan-arahan yang dikeluarkan oleh pihak-pihak yang berwajib ini mesti dipatuhi. So sebab itu saya nak semua pihak ya untuk bekerjasama dalam soal ini.
He said this to reporters after launching the Kedah Drift Challenge in Jitra, Kedah. The Malaysian Red Crescent Society, or PBSMM, in Kelantan, which is one of the most experienced NGOs in helping flood-affected residents in the state, is helping them by providing equipment such as walkie-talkies, raising awareness in matters such as the importance of hygiene for children, and conduct activities at flood relief centres. Its advisor, Tan Sri Dr. Sharifah Zahra Said Ahmad, said that she is proud with the commitment shown by the organisation in helping those affected by the floods. Other organisations which contributed to the success is the Multimedia and Communications Department, including RTM, JAPEN, SKMM, JASA, Telekom Malaysia and FINAS.
Kita bekerja dengan NGO-NGO dan saya percaya banyak lagi NGO-NGO yang ada di Kelantan ini melaksanakan tugas yang kita laksanakan ini. Cuma target grupnya lain-lain. Kita pergi ke kawasan yang agak mencabar sikit sebab kita punya peralatan. Bagi NGO lain yang tidak ada bot, NGO lain yang tidak ada peralatan-peralatan dan equipment macam masak-masak ni. Masak-masak ni semua dibuat oleh Persatuan Bulan Sabit Merah sebab kami ada dapur.
Tan Sri Dr. Sharifah Zahra said this at an event held at the Temporary Relief Centre at the Sekolah Kebangsaan Kelaburan in Tumpat, Kelantan. A family of 3, including a baby boy, were killed in a tragic accident that occurred at Kampung Kayan, Setiawan, Perak. In the 5 a.m. incident, the multi-purpose vehicle, or MPV, skidded and fell into a 2.5-metre deep ravine. According to Manjung District Police Chief ACP Muhammad Hanif Osman, the incident was believed to have occurred while the family was on their way from Setiawan to Teluk Intan. Preliminary investigations revealed that the vehicle had allegedly avoided some plastic roadblocks before falling into the ravine. The deceased were identified as Sairul Azuwan Nazim, aged 37, Azilina Abdul Aziz, 37, and a 3-month-old baby boy, Muhammad Daris Ifat. All of the bodies were taken to the forensic unit of the Sri Manjung Hospital for post-mortem. Now, the vehicle of a couple in their 40s was on fire in an incident along Jalan Tun Mustafa in Labuan. According to the director of the Labuan Fire and Rescue Department, Zainal Madasin, the incident occurred at about 9:27 p.m. yesterday. In a press statement, Zainal Madasin said firefighters in a fire engine were rushed to the scene after receiving a distress call about the incident. According to the owner of the vehicle, while they were travelling back from the city, the front of the car suddenly started emitting smoke before catching fire. The owner of the vehicle then stopped by the roadside and attempted to extinguish the fire but failed. The firefighting operation was led by Operating Officer Noor Johara with 3 other firefighters. The fire was put out at 9:49 p.m. and by then the car was 90% burned. Fortunately, the owner was not injured and the cause of the fire is still being investigated. A total of 86 dengue cases were reported until the end of November, compared to 14 cases in the same period in 2016, which is an increase by 72 cases in Labuan. Labuan Senator Datuk Bashir Alias is calling for the people to maintain cleanliness of the environment and reduce the number of dengue cases by eradicating the breeding grounds of the Aedes mosquitoes. Datuk Bashir said this after launching the Gotong Royong Mega Bersepadu at a low-cost housing area in Labuan. Meanwhile, Kampung Batu Arang village chief Maslam Muhammadin hopes that programs such as this will bring awareness to the residents, especially in Labuan, to be environmentally conscious to prevent the spread of dengue.
Kita mengharapkanlah selepas program ini gejala-gejala seperti jangkitan-jangkitan Aedes ini dapat dihapuskan dan memberikan kesedaran juga kepada penduduk kampung supaya sentiasa berhati-hati untuk terus menjamin keseluruhan kampung ini bebas daripada wabak ataupun gejala-gejala daripada jangkitan Aedes ini.
More than 270 participants, which comprise government departments, council members of the Labuan Health Clinic Advisory Panel, Combi volunteer teams, members of COSPEN and resident representatives participated in the event. And that concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, Malaysia aims to be carbon dioxide free by 2050. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.